questions. The first question that we have is, what is your plan for providing the necessary upgrades to the Grand Forks Public Library?
Sure. Well, one of the things that I think we need to do is, again, to put that into a long-term plan, to actually ask people, what do you think a library is? What do you think it needs to be for the community? One of the things that we sorely lack in Grand Forks is public indoor space for people. I think that's something that we need to work on, and a library is a big part of that. And one of the things that I think we missed when the library came up before was really having a good discussion about that. And as a result, we saw people, not being interested in a plan that they really weren't part of the plan in coming up with. And what they did come up with, unfortunately, we had to pull back from, which was the location. People wanted it to be at Wheeler's, and we had to pull back for reasons that could have been looked into and researched better in the first place. So I think that, looking at the library, it's something that we need to really engage more with the public and talk more about what they want out of the public space we have in Grand Forks. And once we've had that conversation, we'll know how much we can spend, and we'll know how much people want, and we'll know which direction to go. And that's what I would do as mayor.
Mayor Brown, what is your plan for providing the necessary upgrades to the Grand Forks Public Library?
Well, I agree, it's a public facility, so we need public discussion and public input, and we needed a sharper vision. Because we looked at the old campaign, we had 6 reasons to vote no and 1 reason to vote yes, so everybody goes and polls, and 6 no and 1 yes. And I do think it's important to know and the consultant, I think, when we start talking location before we talk what we're building, I think that was a mistake. And there were things we learned from that, I hope, before we go forward in the future with our next campaign for the new library. Because it's critical to have a library for your community. It's a social gathering point, it's a public meeting space. Choice Health and Fitness is going to have a lot of space, and we just need more for people to get together. So I think we need a public discussion, public input, and then we need a consultant. I was very disappointed with the consultant. I expect them to say, I consult a doctor, he tells me you do this, so I go, okay, and you consult a library consultant, and it's like these choices, then they change their mind, and I wouldn't go to that doctor again if he was telling me what to do. So I think we need public input, we need to know that it's critical for our community, critical for our youth, critical for our development, and I think that we need to have the dialogue and discussion, and we need more reasons to vote yes than reasons to vote
no. Do you care to
Sure.
read the...
Yeah, thank you. So one of the things is it's important that this be part of a larger strategic vision, and it was clear that plan was not part of that, because if it had been, we would have talked to many more people and had a sense of what people wanted out of the library. In the specific situation last year, there was, even without a strategic vision, there was a chance for real mayoral leadership on this issue. The mayor can appoint new people to the library board. Now, they were very invested in the plan that they had brought forward, but when the location had to switch for reasons that could have been researched ahead of time, it was a great opportunity to say, okay, let's slow down here and figure out what we're going to do. And if people absolutely refuse to do it, then the mayor has the opportunity to put new people in place so that they'll do the good work that Grand Forks deserves. Thank you.
I am very grateful to the people that dedicated their time and energy to that project, as thankless as it may be, but I am truly grateful that they stood up. We had the dialogue, and it may not have gone the way we wanted, but I owe those people a tremendous amount of thanks.